Hi, hello guys, welcome to today's stream. Hi Kroy, good to see you. Hello Jesse, that's totally fine. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Hi Float. Hi Nukes. Good to see y'all. You changed your username, right, Float? I thought you had a different one before, but I could be hallucinating. I could be misremembering. But yeah, how are you guys doing? What's going on with y'all? Oh, that just piqued my mic hard. I didn't figure that me opening a plastic bottle would be so loud. So, my bad. But yeah, how are things going with y'all? How are you doing? I'm kind of just yeah, hanging out, doing my thing, you know. Doing things, stuff, you know. Man, the rest of this week is going to be crazy busy. Like, I have a lot of appointments. I've got, you know, a full day tomorrow, a full day Saturday, a full day Sunday, on top of work. Like, that is not even, like, you know, talking about all the specifics of work that I have to get done. That is just, like, doctor's appointments and other obligations. Also, something really frustrating happened yesterday. I mean, not technically happened then, but I discovered it then, which was that I was going to be working on a custom audio that I've had recorded for like 2-3 weeks. No, not quite. 2. Yeah, 2 weeks now, basically. And I was like, okay, I gotta get this, you know, finished up. And so, like, in editing, like, I noticed, like, halfway through the audio that at one point when I paused the recording, because there was, like, outside noise, and it makes no sense to keep going when I know, you know, like, I'm gonna have to redo the line because of background noise. One of those times when I paused, my recording program suddenly switched my mic input. So instead of the mic that is good and nice and, you know, relatively crisp sounding quality, it took my laptop mic. So that is completely unusable, and I'm gonna have to redo that. And I was like, pain. So hard pain. So one of these days I'm gonna have to tackle that audio and either decide to just like fully like redo the improv that I did, or kind of listen back to what I said. If I'm like, okay, this storyline is really good though, I think this really hit the mark of what the patron, you know, since it's a custom audio, the patron wanted from the audio, I'm just gonna like redo this thing, like basically saying exactly what I said before. But that's also tedious because I have to listen back to myself and then record and then listen back again because, you know, I don't have it written down somewhere. It's not a script. I'm assuming there's programs out there that like could help me like transcribe what I said, but if it's AI, I have no interest in it, and I think if it's not AI, those programs can be quite faulty. So yeah, that's annoying. Looking forward to that, yay, you know. But yeah, so that kind of brought my mood down yesterday. I was like, well, fuck that, you know, I'm just trying to get my work done. I don't need my mics, like, or rather, I mean, I guess the recording software in this case, causing troubles. That was quite mean of it. But I guess it was somehow my problem, you know, like my fault. I don't know. Maybe the plug, like, came out or reset, or I don't fucking know. But yeah. Anyway, hi Frank as well. I clicked on login and it logged in automatically. Flowed? Okay. I don't know, maybe it's an old account then that I've never seen. I feel like it's different. Yeah, because aren't you the goat usually? I feel like you're the goat usually, even on YouTube, not just on Twitch. Also, Nukes, thank you very much for the kind words. I appreciate it. I do my best. I don't know if I can consider myself hardworking, but I try, I guess. What else can I reply to? I hope that your doctor's appointment goes well, Koi. Wishing you luck for that, if that is, you know, applies. Yeah, basically it sounds like the 2010 Xbox 360 mic. For sure. Also, oh my god, okay, this is actually gonna be like a behind the scenes that I'll upload to Patreon like one of these days as well. Cause there's like some weird ass feedback on like right when the switch happens. Like between the mics. Like there's some weird ass sounds that I definitely didn't make. I mean, it's very clearly like mechanical, you know, like coming, I mean not mechanical, but you know, coming from the mic itself. It's not like a noise that's happening inside the room and it sounds distorted or something. It's literally like them having a seizure. I don't know. Weird as fuck. But yeah, so I'll be uploading that sometime soon for anyone who's like interested in that kind of behind the scenes type stuff. Just you know, seeing, oh damn it, I forgot to change the screen. Always happens to me. Yeah, anyone who's interested in that. Yeah, I guess Bearded isn't. I hope he's doing okay, but maybe he's just busy with work, you know, because I know that usually around this time of day he's working and just always somehow finds a way to like listen to the stream while working, which overall is fine except for when he does like forklifting. I'm like, please focus on that when operating heavy machinery. But yeah, you guys are so sweet. Oh yeah, also I didn't even see. Thank you, Nukes. I just like looked up at my streaming screen and I was like, wait, something's off here. To be fair, I was thinking about the fact that the chat isn't like displayed, and I was like, ah, well, it's because it's the YouTube stream and Streamlabs is bugged out and I can't get like the chat overlay on, you know, for the YouTube streaming. By they, I kind of not like, kind of a non sequitur, but not really, because it's somehow related. But you know, I've been thinking about the cross streaming again recently. And I've wondered, like, what would be the best thing to do with chat if, like, I should choose, like, one of the platforms to display chat for? Because in general, I like having chat on screen. Or whether I somehow can have both? Though I feel like that would get, like, chaotic and messy, maybe? So I don't know. I don't know, like, how other people do it. Maybe I'll have to, like... If I can find something more there, like for the people that who cross-stream, multi-stream. Which of the two is it? I forget. But yeah, I've been thinking about that more recently. Because obviously it'd be easy if you know, if I just put like the chat of one stream up and then it would be Twitch because that's the one that works. But in general, it would also be nice to get the chat for the YouTube stream working again. Because it's supposed to be... Oh, it is multi-stream. I always choose the wrong word, Ashbouge. Always the wrong one. I feel like I had some more thoughts. More thoughts. Occasionally, I've been known to have thoughts. I don't know, in general, I kind of just want to talk about plans. I don't know, I'm feeling like kind of motivated to do more, like, I mean, to make more promises again, but I should technically be careful with that because I've previously made promises of multi-streaming and of uploading to this platform and of, you know, like doing new content in this or that direction. And I don't know. But yeah, I really want to get to the multi-streaming sometime soon. I just have to really... I mean, I guess I absolutely can't promise anything until I've checked if my hardware even, like, is okay with that. Or if, you know, it explodes. Because it just can't handle it. It's like, dude, you trying to make me do one stream and then another? Which, to be fair, I guess, like, if it's chatting, that totally works. Actually, I don't feel like it would have any trouble with that. But if I'm, like, doing, like, playing an resource-intensive game and then multi-streaming, I feel like that would be the biggest issue. You know, like, if I play some Horizon or, I don't know, a 200 mod pack in Minecraft, that might also have issues. Oh, dude, that reminds me, I should totally try out this mod pack again that I, like, played years ago. That I couldn't, like, do the big boss for because my computer couldn't handle it. Maybe I should, you know, try and set my laptop on fire with that. See if it can load the boss and I can have fun and actually complete the mod pack and feel accomplished. But yeah. Save the hands if it explodes. Yeah, I do like my hands, so I would like to keep them. Definitely would. Google says you need kind of bots that are in both chats and copy the messages into the other chat. Oh, so it's technically like, in a way, one stream overlay? Like, at least that's how it's, like, displayed, like, during stream? But, like, it's just bots taking the different messages and combining them. I didn't think of that as an option at all. I was just thinking, like, okay, how I'm gonna have this, you know, this screen up and then it's like one side is the YouTube chat and one side is the Twitch chat. But yeah, no, okay, well then it's not as complicated as I thought. Maybe? I mean, to be fair, I guess it depends on where you get them bots from, but I'll have to look into that. But yeah, overall I'd like to get on that. Maybe sometime these next few weeks, maybe like in a month or two, because obviously this month is gonna be very busy, Christmas season. I'm not religious, but I celebrate Christmas as like a family festive thing. And, you know, so there's a lot to do for that. Minecraft new release is out, like the official one? Or is it still just like snapshots? I thought it was just snapshots. But I mean, to be fair, how Minecraft has been releasing new versions is weird anyway, right? They've just been, you know, bringing out tiny little details every once in a while, which I guess is nice for the people who are like waiting. That way it's more like in like little steps, but I also feel like it makes you less excited for it. Because it's not like one specific update, and also I don't notice it all when new stuff is out. Like when it was like the full version updates, you know, like you wait a year or a year and a half or maybe even 2. Well, maybe not 2. Have we ever waited 2 years for an update? I actually don't remember. But you know, and then it's like a big thing and you have many new things to discover and like it gives new life to the game if you were like been getting bored of it. But yeah, with these tiny updates, it's just like, okay, yay, I'm playing, and then, you know, I get like a new rabbit variant, and then you wait another few weeks or a month or 2 or 3, I don't fucking know. And then it's like, oh yeah, there's this new plant. But maybe it's also the nature of the updates. Maybe it feels like less exciting because of what specifically they've been adding, not the frequency of adding things. But yeah. Another thing that I want to like get on soon, do more and stuff. I'm thinking, I mean, I guess you guys can let me know your opinion. If you think this is like a good idea or not. It may be taken into consideration. But I'm thinking of becoming affiliate on Twitch again. Obviously that's not at all relevant for anyone who only watches the streams on YouTube. But yeah. And then for that would mean that I would have to, for just a little while, stream more frequently than once a week. maybe combine that with a New Year's stream, but to be fair, New Year's is on a Wednesday. But I have also ideas for that. Could start the stream on here and then continue it with games on Twitch. I feel like that would be fun as well. No, I don't need to stream all that much more. Hang on, let me check, because I feel like I saw the numbers some weeks ago and it was just like I had the hours and everything and I had the viewers and everything. Yeah, no, it's actually... Yeah, it's just 7 days a month. And, you know, if I stream weekly, it's 4 days. So I just, like, you know, add another 3 days this month still. Like, extra. And then that's completely fine. The hours of streaming is fine. The concurrent viewers per stream, definitely fine. And the followers, of course. But yeah. So, yeah, technically that's very doable. Float. Float, don't go killing me. Do you remember a minute ago when I said that this week is gonna be crazy busy for me? And then you want me to do a 24-hour stream? I would have to, like, go, like, to obligations and then get home and then stream. And it would have to be early, actually, because, you know, if I'm gonna be somewhere, like, middle of the day on Sunday, I would have to start the stream middle of the day Saturday so I can, you know, end stream Sunday before. No, obviously you're joking, but still, my god. You're trying to kill me, man. You don't want me to rest 1 minute this week. You can start in January, you don't have to start today. Oh, you mean the 24-hour streaming on any Saturday? I thought you meant this Saturday specifically. Oh my god. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, maybe one of these days we're gonna take care of that, you know. I mean, let's see. Again, I'm so stupid for planning this for December, but I kind of really want to do it this month still. I'm feeling strangely optimistic, I guess, and motivated, if I can call it that. I might be shooting myself in the foot with that, though. Definitely. Because till end of the month, it's 3 weeks. Exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Do a daily stream year 2026. What? I mean, I don't think even, like, anyone would watch that, to be quite honest with you. Not even trying to sound self-deprecating, I'm just being realistic here. But also, it would be nice to have a day in the year that I'm not working, or at least trying not to think about work. Dude wants me to be online 365 days a year. I'd much rather just that we do a video call every day for the year, even though that would also be, like, very obligatory. 29th of February. Damn. That's when it's happening, eh? No, but yeah. What else did I want to discuss? I've forgotten. It's lost my mind. It's gone. No more brain. Let me think. No thoughts head empty. Okay, I tried. I tried as hard as I could. My bad. No. Is there anything else for this year? I mean, yeah, there might be a, specifically like a longer New Year's stream again this year, but no promises for that technically so far, because it very much depends on where I am, when, and how. Oops, I didn't silence my phone before stream. Shame on me. Shame on me. Alright, anyway. If you're wondering, like, if there's any, like, special uploads or anything, like, anytime soon, this weekend there should be, like, a special upload. I mean, I don't know about the regular YouTube upload yet, but if everything goes right, I will upload a Not Safe for Work continuation of an audio on Patreon. I feel like there's other ones. I mean, shorts, technically, but those should also come out next week. Maybe one this week still. It really depends. It's so funny how when I'm, like, the busiest, I give myself, like, the most plans. I don't know if this counts as self-sabotage already. I'm like, oh man, I'm stressed and busy. Now let me make some more plans to absolutely fuck it up. Don't know why I would do that to myself. New headphones sounds exciting. I should also get some. Mine have been pissing me off. But I looked so many months ago and I couldn't decide then, so I don't know why I would think that I'm any better at deciding, this time around. I feel like there's something I was gonna reply to, but now looking at chat, I'm like, what specifically? What did I want to say? Honestly, if only the brain worked, as well it's supposed to. Did I say that entire sentence? I feel like I didn't say that entire sentence. As well as it's supposed to. Did I say all those words before? You guys are gonna have to let me know. Oh, I also have a little funny, I mean, I don't know if it can be called a story, because it's, like, very short, but I don't know if I'm allowed to tell it. Maybe I'll tell it on the next stream, because of that one, the VOD won't be up forever. Then I can always, just have it be forgotten forever. But this one, here, stays up forever unless I delete the entire stream, which I don't usually like doing. I only do that if I feel like there's, like, some very sensitive topics, or I got too, like, intense, for example, about, like, politics, because, like, who wants to hear me talk about politics all day? What am I saying all day? The stream is not usually all day long, but you get me, like, if the entire stream is about, like, heavy stuff like that, I know it doesn't really fulfill the expectations I have for my content, that it's either, feel good or just relaxing, kind of, nothing important. Technically, educational is good, but I don't think that people go to that, go to me for that. Hearing all my smart decisions or whatever. Not decisions, opinions. I don't make political decisions. I mean, except for voting, but you know what I mean. Aye. What other reasons have I deleted VODs for? If someone, like, else, like, if, like, a viewer, chatter, whatever, was, like, behaving very harmful to themselves or others. Like, if it's about themselves, you know, then obviously. If like people are mean to others, then it's like I would only delete it if it can't be like dealt with very well on stream. You know, if like someone comes in and like insults someone like real quick, I wouldn't like delete an entire VOD for that. But if it's just like a big part of stream and I feel like I couldn't handle the situation very well, then, you know, I'll like delete that. Once or twice I've deleted VODs because a viewer like, you know, like put like personal information out there. I know in general it's not my responsibility technically, because anyone who does like, you know, like put things in chat that they regret later, like that's their own deal. And I do want to, you know, remind you guys of that. It's your own responsibility what you put out into the internet. So like, you know, if one of you, I don't know, puts your name in chat and then later regrets it, you cannot expect me to delete stuff. But sometimes if I feel like, you know, okay, this is in this person's best favor and they weren't like in the right state of mind, maybe whenever they were chatting, then I'll, yeah, just quietly delete. Voting is indeed one's civil duty. I had a talk about that with someone yesterday. A very detailed conversation about why it makes sense to vote. I think he was feeling just kind of hopeless. I've felt a lot of like, my vote doesn't matter anyway, so I don't need to. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but if that is true, you can't change anything anyway, then what's the harm in still voting though? If it doesn't, you know, like cost you a bunch of money or take like many hours of your time. You know, if it's like done pretty quickly, you should do it even if you think there's a possibility that it's not gonna matter in the long run. You know, like it's already decided. Especially if like the voting system is fucked up. There are indeed many idiots. I get you. Like Joe, the sleep guy. No, not really. I mean, to be fair, I mean, thankfully the guy was only weird to me and not to you guys. Maybe I would have like not left the VOD up then. Wait, it is up, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember ever deleting it, but I guess I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. That one was kind of like, even though it's sad and creepy and weird, it was also funny though. It was very entertaining. It had like a certain entertainment factor, and we had a lot of fun with it. I mean, I was giggling the entire fucking time because I was just so increduled. So yeah, I left that up for that fact alone. But yeah. Anyway, so that's just kind of like those general things, I guess, in case you've ever wanted to look back on a VOD and wondered, hey, where did that go? Why did it go? That's usually the reasons why they're like taken down. But yeah. What else did I want to discuss? Again, I feel like there's so much that I want to talk about. Like, not important things at all, like, I gotta give you notice of anything, just stuff to chat about. I know I was feeling very chatty on last Saturday's stream, and then I was like, oh, we gotta play the game. We can save the chatting for the next YouTube stream. And of course, now I don't remember any of the topics anymore. I guess I should have watched back the VOD to know what I could be talking about. Welcome back, Frank. The sleepover stream. Oh my gosh. I mean, you know, it's like, it's even, like, some of the ideas we have are fun. Like, I would genuinely like to do that, but then if it, like, comes into contact with that guy, I'm just like, I shouldn't do it. Someone's gonna be creep about it. There's always people online with the craziest shit, you know? So, I guess that would be at my own risk, technically. And yes, I have heard that breathing works out favorably for life. Also, that was my chair making a noise, just in case you were wondering. I shall not be accused of anything. But yeah, breathing, favorable, good idea, usually. So I'll keep doing that, even if none of you have a kink for it. I mean, I think generally I do have a kink for breathing, in the sense that I don't like to engage in any activities like that if breathing is not involved. Don't know if you know, everyone on stream feels the same. I would like to say I don't want to kink shame, but if there's illegal activities, I feel like I have to report that. But yeah, you know, I can just speak for myself. I feel like, yeah, breathing's a good idea generally. Getting from me saying I have a breathing kink, you know, like talking about that in a joking way, you getting from that the choking is very interesting. I mean, you know, you do you wherever your mind goes. Yeah, yes. Obviously, yes. Reduced breathing can be all right, but just if there's, you know, I mean, I would just say any amount of breathing should happen, whether that's, you know, more or less or faster or slower. I don't know. Okay, this is getting weird. I'm gonna remove myself from this conversation. But yes. No, Frank, I think you're misunderstanding. You know, I was just joking around. Starts hyperventilating. Oh, yeah, that's sexy. Oh my god. Try to breathe a little every day. I missed that chat earlier. That's funny. Yeah, you know, like you gotta consume it in rations. You know, wouldn't want to get too eager, but I also think that breathing a little, you know, every day is like good. You know, just gotta find the right healthy balance, I suppose. Your daily breathing break. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I used to breathe a pack daily. Damn, yeah, that sounds like a lot. You know, I don't know if doctors recommend breathing so much. Alright. Well, I forgot what else I was gonna say again. I really feel like I have such bad memory. Though I have a little funny anecdote for that, I guess, if it can be called one. My mother is like so all over the place with her mind. I would be worried, you know, like about her memory if I didn't just know that she just gets like distracted and thinks about all kinds of things at the same time. But, you know, so the other day, I was with her at a store and we were looking at like this discount section, you know, where there's food that expires soon, and so it's got a reduced price, right? It's on sale. And we were looking through that. There wasn't many interesting things, but I looked at these roasted onions, this little pack of roasted onions, because I am known to occasionally consume the roasted onions. And I was thinking, you know, if it's a good price, you know, I'll get them, you know, for my cabinet. And I was looking at them, and my mom was like, "Oh, do you want those?" And I was like, oh no, I was just like checking the price, you know, if it's a good deal. And then she was like, we can get some better ones in Denmark anyway. We were planning on driving up to Denmark for a bit. It's, you know, because it borders Germany. I mean, depending on where you are, but, you know. And I was like, no, I don't need any. I'm not looking for roasted onions specifically. I was just looking at these because they're supposedly discounted. But I didn't get them because they were, like, more expensive than my regular ones I get, like, that are, like, off-brand. These ones were, like, you know, a specific brand. And they were, like, smaller amount, more expensive, even though they're expiring soon, you know? Like, so even discounted, they were more expensive, and I was like, don't need that. Anyway, so then later, we actually go to Denmark together, and at the end of our trip, we go to a grocery store just to see if we find anything interesting or special or whatever, and we, like, walk by the section of, like, condiments and stuff, and she's like, oh, roasted onions, didn't you want some? And I explained to her again, I'm like, no, Mom, I wasn't specifically looking for any, I was just checking if it's a good deal. For my cabinet, for my storage. I don't need any right now, I'm not looking. And she's like, okay, I gotcha. And now that was, that was just a few days ago. Today I meet up with my mother, and she gives me, like, a little bag, you know, like, sometimes she'll get some, like, secondhand, like, clothing from, like, friends, and she'll, like, you know, show it to me and be like, hey, are you interested in anything? You know, I don't buy, like, any clothes new ever. I always shop secondhand. And getting stuff for free secondhand is even better than shopping secondhand, because then you don't spend money on stuff. So, you know, so she gives me this little bag, you know, of, like, oh yeah, you know, I saw this sweet and I thought you might like it. Okay, I'm like, thanks for the sweets. Cool. And in there are also the roasted onions that we saw at the first store. That were discounted, but still more expensive than the regular ones I get. And so I held those up and I'm laughing and I'm like, Mom, what? And she's like, what is it? I thought you had interest in those. I thought you wanted those. And I'm like, no. So a third time, she did not get that I was not indeed looking for roast onions. I was just checking their sale price, because usually you'd expect when something is expiring soon and it's on sale that it's, you know, it's cheaper than any other regular products. And it wasn't, so I didn't get it, but she bought it for me and she took off the sticker, you know, to make it look nicer. She's like, you wanted these roast onions, here, you got them. And I couldn't do anything other than laugh. If I ever call myself, like, a goldfish brain, I just have to remember my mom and be like, nope, I guess that just runs in the family. I have no further questions. Yeah, she really wanted me to have those roast onions. But yeah, so... Hang on, Karoy, when you said I could help with that, was that in response to Frank going, my doctor told me to quit breathing? Do I need to have a talk with you guys? Oh my god. Also know that the Germans do not go to Denmark for cheap groceries, actually. I think it's more the other way around, or rather it's specifically for alcohol. That the Danish go to Germany, pick up some stuff real quick. Also cigarettes, I think. I mean, I guess maybe the taxes are lower on it here, which is crazy to me, because I'm pretty sure we've been, you know, making the tax more and more. But maybe it's not high enough yet. If people are still, you know, smoking. No, I mean, we have way more of a cultural problem with alcohol anyway, if we're talking about the legal drugs. Nukes asked whether I speak German or English when talking to family. Well, always German, because most of my, I mean, definitely like most of my like older family does not speak any English whatsoever, and the family members that do, like, are more like my brothers. My stepdad speaks a little, you know, he's got some like friends in England, but you know, I I didn't grow up like speaking English with anyone. I just learned in school and I kind of taught myself and then the internet. I do, however, privately, you know, I speak English with a lot of friends because most of my friends are not German. I have also, however, been known to be doing a little bit of Denglish, which is the loving word used for when you kind of mix the two languages in one sentence and you make something atrocious. I know a lot of people find it quite cringe to like switch to English in the middle of your sentence. Like if you switch to your mother tongue in the middle of a sentence, like I guess that's more valid because it's more like, oh, you don't know the word. And people, you know, perceive it as like performative or I don't know, just cringe for some reason if people switch to another language that isn't their mother tongue. But I genuinely also often just do it because either the exact words that I'm trying to express do not exist in German the same way, or I cannot think of the words. Like, I speak English a lot more, you know, than I do German. Because, you know, I mean, all of my work I do in English. And then pretty much, like, all of my friends except for one, I speak in English with. And family, I do not talk to quite as much as friends, usually. Except for my mom. My mom's the exception. I talk to her a lot more. But yeah. Goldfish actually have very good memory. They do. I've been living a lie. I've been insulting them. Unwarranted. You're becoming Japanese, Float? Do you mean like you're learning it? Or are you saying you're turning into a Japanese person? Because you're getting so good at it, you know, you're mastering the language and the culture, and soon you will have forgotten your German life. You also sometimes think in English and then speak Dinglish accidentally? Not usually, no. It only ever happens that I accidentally speak German, like unintentionally, unknowingly, whatever, when I'm really, really tired. Like, it's happened most when I'm just about to fall asleep, when I'm like basically dozing already. And then, like, someone asks me a question or, like, tries to get my attention. You know, I've had this, like, with partners, but also just, like, with friends and stuff. If I'm, like, on a phone call while falling asleep, like, that'll happen a lot. And then I just, like, say some nonsensical stuff. And sometimes that will be in German, even though I don't get it. And then sometimes, you know, if the person on the other end doesn't speak German and they let me know, like, they just like, what was that? You know, what did you say? Then I kind of realize, oh wait, that wasn't the target language. And then I get a little more awake again and I repeat myself in English and I'm like, oh right, did I just speak German? And they'll tell me like, yeah, you did. But yeah, it doesn't ever happen accidentally when I'm, like, very alert. Not at all. Gesundheit? Oh, for sneezing? That's a very, very interesting way of spelling it. I respect it though. No, I like his way of spelling it. I feel like we should adopt that. That's funny. It sounds a lot more like a mineral, um, or looks. I mean, you know, because it's written. Uh, but yeah. You're not mocked at all. That was my intention. My bad noobs. I genuinely like that way of spelling it. It's funny. In a good way. I'm trying to laugh with you, not at you. Um, what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? I'm tired. We'll probably like finish stream up here. Oh right, I remember now what I was gonna say. Yay! I remembered that barely ever happens. But yeah, just like one last little bit about the German English and stuff. The one thing that does happen to me, like even when I'm not like almost asleep, you know, so I'm more alert, I'm more awake, is that sometimes I'll like exclaim stuff. Not usually like swear words or something, because I more swear in English. So if I'm like streaming and then like something startled me, I will still swear in English. But sometimes like other things that you like say when emotional, like I will say. So like for example, like, you know, like something's annoying, you know, in English you go like, ah, man. In German, pretty similar, you go like, ah, man. And then I'll like say man instead of man. Because I'm just like not thinking about it all that much. I also have had it with Naya, I think, and what was it? Nee, I think. You know, nee is like, you know, kind of basically like no. I know I've definitely said on stream, like when something like didn't go right, especially like in a game or something, that occasionally I've said like nine, even though, you know, it's no in English.
Also, you were in Horizon, you're like moin to the
Okay, moin is just part of the vocabulary. It has to be in every language. I have to say moin in all the languages. It just belongs there. It's a good way to say hi. You should all adopt moin into your vocabulary as well. You want to greet someone at the store, you say moin. You want to like say hi to a friend, you say moin. I want you all to adopt this. By the way, that's not technically usually a greeting in all of Germany. That's a North German thing. But yeah, moin is part of the soul, not part of the language. Silly. Yes, moin. That is exactly how it's spelled. Memory worse than a goldfish, it turned out. Much worse, yeah. I guess that's how it goes. Hi Val, by the way, welcome. It sounds like the seagulls in Finding Nemo. Well, I mean, they're basically saying that, except it has a different meaning. But there have, I mean, either I'm misremembering or there's actually German memes about that one. Like, specifically, like making a quote-unquote play on words of... Play on words? No, play of... Yeah, you know what I mean. Of, like, you know, technically, when they say, like, it's mine, but then, you know, it's like... People act like they're actually just saying moin. And it's used as a clip for that. But I might be misremembering that. No idea. Why do you want to be able to speak Swiss German, Kuroi? Is that, like, especially nice? Is that good? You know that German meme? Yeah. That one's also a classic. It's so, like, weird to see, like, German spoken memes, like, move over into non-German speaking space. Like, that people, like, use memes even though, you know, like, they would, like, technically just watching the video or listening to it, like, you don't know the meaning. You only know it with, like, subtitles. I mean, also, like, sometimes on, like, meme videos, like, you know, there'll be a lot of English comments going, like, I don't need to understand the language to, like, get this or to know what's going on or whatever. But, you know, still, it's so funny. Like, it always feels like with internet space, at least our side of it, I guess, like, being so, like, dominated by the English language, I don't ever expect, like, German stuff to be found in there. It's like separate worlds for me. You know, there's, like, the German internet space, and then there's the regular internet space, and that is not German. That is English. Um, so yeah, it's funny. Which, to be fair, I mean, I should expect it because there's also non-English, non-German memes out there. You know, like, other languages that are, like, you know, clips that have turned into memes. So technically should always expect that, but just don't. But yeah, anyway, this is where we're gonna finish off stream here for today. Thank you all for joining. I hope you had a good time, and I hope that you will be taking good care of yourselves. I will see you for the next one on Saturday on Twitch, or if you don't watch on Twitch, then the next one here on this channel next Wednesday. Will it be? Will it be? Wait, hang on. I might not be home next Wednesday, actually. Maybe. But I could technically still do a quick stream where I will be. But then it would be from my phone, which I don't know if you guys appreciate that very much. Then it's just a black screen and possibly no background music. So I don't know about that. Wait, no, maybe I'll take my laptop. Maybe I can set up my stuff. Well, we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated, I guess. If there will be no stream, then, you know, then I'll announce it. But yeah, you have a good time and be kind to yourselves and each other. And yeah. Alright, bye-bye. I always say y'all. It's yeah. Wow. The one time that I read it out, I pronounce it weird as fuck. Anyway, it's, you know, I need it. I love that word. Y'all. Okay, bye. Moin.